What's poppin', homies? It's your boy Frank Nitty back in the building, back in the sneaker room. I'm not in the sneaker room, I'm actually outside in the garage shooting another video. Different day, different shoe, different views. So I hope you guys like this. Stay tuned. And I'm back. Yo, y'all see the thumbnail, you already know what the shoe about. I'm still gonna get right into it, man. Peep the label. Y'all see the label. If y'all can read style codes, you already know what the shoe is, but obviously you guys saw the thumbnail, so you already know what shoe this is. And this is my size 12. So let's get right into the box before we move into the shoe. Right here, you got the Air Jordan Retro box. This is what the Air Jordan Retro box looks like, but it's a slight twist to this box. If you guys saw my pickup or unboxing video, y'all saw I displayed a slightly different touch. The difference is with the lid. The lid do have a perforated cutout, so now you can lift the lid. Kind of deconstruct the box like they do the previous shoes. And when you pull the lid up, you do have this clear plastic see-through, so you can actually see your shoes through the box without even opening the lid. Now this is slight touch. I don't think this came with the OG Chicago 1s or the white pair that dropped earlier this year. This is the first I have seen with this Jordan 1 lid, and this is how the shoes is coming. Let's get past the box. Now, within the box, you do have another plastic overlay. And with that plastic overlay, do read the Off-White from Nike, the same thing you would typically see on the medial side of the Jordan 1s on an Off-White pair. This says Off-White TM from Nike, Air Jordan 1, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, C period 1985. You already know that these shoes released in 1985. Air Jordan 1 Silhouette, the OG highs, released that year in 1985. The UNC colorway was not an original OG pair, but I'm not mad to have them. Now, if we unwind the plastic, the next different touch that you have in here is separation. This is to separate the two shoes within the box. But this piece right here, this separating piece, also remind me of the Jordan, I think it's the Jordan 15s, Obsidian pair, and I also had a separated portion of that shoe within my box. Other than that, the lid, the plastic, and the separation, there's nothing outside of that that's different than the Air Jordan 1 Retro box. The box is still the same shape. Oh, and the fundamental difference too, if y'all see the tag on the box earlier, if you can see it now, you have the women and men's sizes on one label. We saw that earlier this year with the, I think it was the Game Royals, we saw that. With further ado, let's get right into these shoes. You already know I bust out the left pair first, because the left pair gives a good definition of what you're gonna see throughout this video. As you can see on the lateral side, you have the Air Jordan Wings logo, and you got a little flap right here, man. This flat is just, again, demonstrate the deconstruct of the shoe. He went all out on this shoe. He pretty much built this shoe from scratch, the OG high joints. And you do have 85 in there, the year the Air Jordan 1 was released originally. And this tag's in different language. It says made in China, obviously. I guess. I don't know if that's for a prop or comedic relief for the shoe. I don't even know. But let's move past the tag. You do have a deconstruct swoosh, meaning that they actually put this swoosh back on with the stitching in orange on the very bottom of the check, the beginning of the check. You do see that orange stitch pattern. That's to hold the swoosh in place. Now, it could be there for aesthetic purposes. I haven't actually played with to see it's actually up. It looks like that's actually holding the shoe together. Below that, towards the outsole, you do have the word Air. Ironically, if people don't know, this shoe actually have an Air unit. Even back in the days, it came with the Air unit on the heel. Not on the forefoot, but just the heel of the shoe. So he demonstrated that by putting the word Air on the back heel of the shoe. Now let's take it to the toe box, man. What's different is this overlay over the traditional toe box. Y'all hear that? It's like vinyl. It's like if you're spinning records, that's what you hear. So you can do nevertheless, man. So apparently the story behind this is, I guess maybe people pairs were yellowing, which I have seen. I have even Fine Line 1721. I think you have a pair of the OGs, and I remember him in the video mentioning that his pairs were yellowing and he haven't even rocked his pair yet. So they probably could protect this from all the elements of the storage area to prevent or to slow up the process of the toe box being yellow. You do have a mesh tongue, and what's unique about this shoe is you do have the Nike Air tongue tag on the left side of the tongue, which is unique. Again, deconstruct. You do have a unfinished looking like tongue. You do have the UNC stitching going 1 inch from the top of the tongue all the way across the whole tongue. Let's get back to the bottom of the shoe, right? You also got this tag right here. I don't know the purpose of it, of this tag. I'm not sure what is his meaning behind adding tags, but I know he does that with all his off-white pairs. If anybody know the history of that, I was too lazy to look that up, so I can't educate you guys or provide details on why we have a tag on the shoe. Adjust this, but remember, if you adjust this, there's no going back, man. I don't think you can't go back from the top. You would have to snip this thing off. Now, let me know, people rocking their shoes with these tags on there? I don't know. Let me know if they are. The medial side of the shoe. The medial side of the shoe pretty much is like a poster for Virgil stamp of approval, his stamp, his signature of this shoe completely. As you can tell, he do have off-white TM, means trademark, for Nike Air Jordan 1, Beaverton, Oregon, USA. Beaverton is where Nike headquarters at, and it's in the state of Oregon. 1985. That's when these shoes originally came out. So this is Virgil's signature stamp of approval, authenticated pair. I don't know if it's authenticated, but this is his stamp that he put on this shoe, just to give the little nod of this is an off-white shoe. If the tag didn't do it, if the deconstruction of the tongue, and even on the back heel, which we have not got to yet, if that didn't define it, this did. So speaking of the back heel of the shoe, man, also the off-white is unfinished. It is deconstructed and it looked like he didn't put it back together. It's almost like a foam type material. It's like the foam is sitting on the outside, covered by this thin slice of nylon cloth wrapped around the heel. Back heel lace loops flapping in the wind. On the end of the lace loop is kind of like a suede. Not the best suede. It's like if the suede got wet, that's the material. That's how it feels right now. Which is also different, which I haven't noticed, man. Just rigid on the very top of the eyelets as well. That little jagged touch is different on this pair of Jordan 1s opposed to any other pair. The shoe is UNC blue and white. The only other colors on here is that orange I defined earlier that hold that swoosh together. And if you guys notice, there's no swoosh on the medial side of this shoe. That's obviously done purposely. Man, that's pretty much it, man. I don't know what else I can go over on this shoe. I'm actually tapped out of all the details that he put into the shoe that I can see. Here's the second pair. For those who don't believe I have both shoes in hand, size 12, my size. I won these on the sneaker app. If you guys haven't heard that story, let me tell you again. I was chilling outside. Yo, it was J23 who saved my bacon on these shoes, man. I'm part of a small elite people that actually obtained these shoes, because the masses, I'm sure there's more entries than there were winners. Now, I had a lot of people say, what you gonna do with your pairs? Are you gonna sell them or are you gonna keep them? Most definitely, no questions about it, I'm gonna keep it. Jordan 1s being my favorite silhouette, man, I'm just happy to have these in the collection. Man, thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for listening to this review. I hope this review entertained you. Hope my detailed, thorough review was good enough. I give you guys an overview, a detailed review, and a review all in one. I hope I encompass everything that you guys was looking to figure out in this review that you haven't seen in other people's review. And pretty much, if you're not content, there's other people out there that probably got lucky like I did that you can go and review their shoes. I still watch other people's review of their shoes because I'm trying to see who was lucky as I to win the shoes. Enough said. Happy to have them. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you like this content and like what you just saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as well. And I do believe you do have the option to always select in that box, always. So always get a notification when I drop a video similar to this one. I also do Nike outlet videos as well. People love those, so come back and watch those type of videos. I'm sure you appreciate it. Everybody else, man, keep leaving your comments down below. And like I mentioned in my previous videos, I also have an IG, so hit me up on IG if you want a direct response to your questions. Sometimes I don't get back to people in a significant amount of time. You know what? Just hit me up. Either which way, I will get back to you, but be patient. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys again. You already know my slogan. Good to go.